Alright, I was at the market this morning. I got tomatoes. Each of those boxes is 20 pounds. I don't really know what that is in terms of bushels. I think that's each one a half a bushel, but I'm not sure. So basically, here's what we do. I'll take more video as we're doing it. I got half, that's about 11-liter pot. I got about 5 liters of water in there. I'm just bringing it to the boil. What you do is you take a tomato from here, a bunch of them at a time. You put them in the boiling water for about a minute or so until the skin loosens up on them. Then you scoop them out and you take them over here, put them into this dish of cold water to let them cool, and then you cut them, skin them, core them, and put the flesh into this pot, which is going to cook them. And then we're going to can them after that. Now I also just bought, for the coring and skinning, I bought a tomato mill from leevalley.com. I've done tomatoes for years without a mill. I've done it by hand. I will show you how I do it by hand, and then I will try the mill and see if I like the mill better or not. We'll see how it goes in any case. And that's what we're going to do today. Alright, she going. So I'll just put a bunch of tomatoes in there. And I set my timer just so I know roughly how long they're in there. Sometimes it only takes a minute, sometimes it takes a bit longer, but you don't want to leave them in there too long to completely cook them. If they're really not incredibly ripe, the skins won't come off them anyway. So let's see, nothing happening there yet, nothing happening here yet. Oh, here's one that's split. Look, that one's split already, but it's not very soft. So I'm going to this one split now. Look, you see, and look, the skin's starting to come right off on that one. So that one's going over into the cold water, which you can't see right now. Basically, that's all I do. I monitor them, and when they're split and getting nice and soft, there's one that's ready. Oh, that one's really ready. Going over here in the cold water. There's one that's ready there.
How you doing?
Good.
Hey, you're on some.
Alright, so they're cooled down now. You can see the skins are loose. Basically, you just take the skin off. If you need to, a knife like this is my favorite type to use, but you can use a regular pear knife too. But I like this type of knife. I don't know what it's called. And basically you take that center out there. Now that's the junk I'm throwing away there. So you got it like that, you cut it right in half, and then when you're doing this manually, there's the chambers in there. You just stick your finger in and scoop the crap out of the chambers. That's it. And that goes in my pot. I'm going to cook it. You scoop the stuff out of the chamber. That's called coring your tomato. And in you go. So the skins are coming off really nicely here just by themselves. They may need a bit of encouragement with the knife, some bits and pieces. That top part you take out. And this knife isn't very sharp, which is why I don't mind cutting towards my hand. It's not a very sharp knife. It's sharp enough for what I'm doing. Scoop the stuff out. There you go. That's skinning and coring your tomatoes. And we'll do another one here. The skins are coming off really nicely here, no problem. And that's basically what you do. We've got the machine over there. We'll see how it goes with the machine in a moment here. There you go. Scoop the stuff out. Scooping the stuff out there. No big deal. Boom, in it goes. Scooping it out. In it goes. There. Look, you don't even need a knife to take the skins off usually. You basically just need the knife to cut that part where the stem was attached. Whoops. There we go. Cut it in half lengthwise. And scoop the stuff out of the chambers that's coring it. And away you go. There. That's all I'm doing. Do that with all of these. It goes better with two people. One person going at the stove, putting the tomatoes in and taking them out and putting them into this container, and then one person just doing this. It goes a lot quicker that way. Normally it's me and my wife. She's at work today. I'm going to see what I can get done while she's at work. But, you know, it's pretty fun. I like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm geeky or something. But I enjoy doing this. Believe it or not. And there we go. Look at that. Skinning it. Skin's coming right off. There's a piece there that's going to need some encouragement with the... That's the very end. The blossom end actually often needs encouragement with a knife. So, there we go. Cut it in half. And whoops. And scoop the stuff out. And now I'm going to try my machine. I'll set it up here and we'll see how it works. Well, I tried my little mill here, this thing that I bought at Lee Valley. I put about 3 tomatoes through it, and it's a waste of time and a waste of money. It takes me way longer per tomato. That's all I gotta say. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. I'm going to try to return it to Lee Valley if I can. I'll wash it out in the dishwasher first. If not, I'll try to settle on Kijiji or something. There you go. So I got one with a huge bruise on it here. I'm going to just cut that out. Cut that. Oh, well, that's actually pretty nasty. What's going on in there? Let's have a look. Some bruises you can cut out. This one, that's pretty rotten inside. Whoa. Now, what you can do for the rotten stuff, have a different container to put it in, because the container I have over here with the discards in, nothing's rotten in there yet, and you can actually juice that and get a bit of tomato juice out of it if you care to be frugal about it. This is really nasty and it's actually making me sick looking at it. I'm going to go toss it in the compost. If there's too much more of this stuff, I'll get another container to put the rotten stuff into. So one thing I forgot to mention is, somewhat counterintuitively, the small ones don't always split. In fact, many of them don't always split. For some reason, the smaller ones seem to be most susceptible to that. You don't want to leave them in too long, so don't wait until they all split. You just wait until most of them are split, and take the small ones out at the same time too. Let's see, here's one that probably isn't going to split, but I can feel the skin. It's not really loosening up, but it's been in there 2 or 3 minutes, and at that size, that's probably getting along to be too much time in there, because when I do want to take it out, and I do eventually cut it, it'll just be all gone to mush. So don't leave them too long in there. Don't wait for them all to split. That's all I'm saying.